Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas Eve to anyone watching on this upload date. We got another Castle Crasher custom coming out here for you. Today we have the Grater Knight, or the Grater Cheese Knight, whatever you prefer. This is a little fella that I had a ton of fun kind of coming up with, because there's that whole cheese meme that went around, like behemoth streams and that kind of stuff, and I was like, yeah, you know what, let's make some cheese guy. Let's make a silly cheese one. And I didn't just want to do a regular knight with a cheese theme. I wanted to make a weird freak. So this is what I've kind of settled on here, is this little guy right here. So the Grater Knight is greater than all the others in more ways than one. He's got a very silly, iconic one eye right here. He's got the nice cheese grater head. And he's also made of cheese. He's not a dude. This is the cheese monster. And then if you saw the bonus levels video I made, his little origin is that he was kind of just crafted in the nasty, sealed old kitchen. And that kind of environment just crafted a magic little creature right here. So yeah, this is where his power and his fuck, I'm stammering through this beautiful Christmas Eve day because of this goddamn cheese. But he's got a lot of pizzazz, I think. I really like the shape language here, just using this weird round cheese-based fella and then just having this nice sharp grater as his head. And I really wanted to give him something more unique. I didn't just want to give him like two eyes and shadow or anything like that. He's got this one big eye looking at you. And he's got his shield right here, which is a nice wheel of cheese with the rope around it to hold it steady. He's got the melted knight emblem right here, just to show he's part of the gang, but he's a little fucked up. But yeah, this is his kind of general vibe. This is what I was going for. Is just I wanted to make a weird looking alien guy made out of cheese. So moving on from his base design, we're going to get to his portrait, where he's all posed up, holding his little wedge of cheese in this crazy melted cheese background I came up with. I like this a lot. I like his little pose and his glowing eye. He's got a lot of pizzazz. I wanted him to be charming, more than freaky, but still have that little bit of weird to him. So you're not sure if you'd trust him with your kids, you know. But yeah, I think he's got a good heart, and he's just a silly little cheese man in this cheese world. Moving on from the portrait itself, we're gonna get to his back off barbarian sprite. And I used the knight's running pose as the reference here, but yeah, I just gave him a simple little running pose since he is a knight of the kingdom, so I kept him in line with how those guys are posed with his own little stance, and he's running, and he's going to get you. He always will. And yeah, I didn't want to go, because I had a previous draft of him where it was like him as like a melted blob kind of reaching up, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't really read well for what like a lot of the back off barbarian sprites are. So I didn't want to go too crazy with him. Just give him a nice visual of him running around having a good time. But speaking of a good time, would you like to see what happens when this weird cheese freak eats a sandwich? Well, by golly, this is what happens to him. He gets fat. This is one of the first ones where I really tried to do a different body type, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to make the cheese man have this nice big belly of truth. And he's got the spot, the emblem is now his weird melted mess in front of him, and he's still got the same general body, with a little band and stuff, but it's definitely getting crushed under all that cheesy girth. So Yeah, this is the different shape I wanted to go with for this guy. I didn't just want all of them to be the normal kind of beefy. I wanted there to be some pizzazz and difference here, and that might even be something I go through with some of my older characters, where if I decide to update their body types a little bit more, I might go and do that. But yeah, he was my first real attempt at trying to do something different, especially with everything we saw from the DLC stream that came out recently. I really wanted to, throw some variation in the body type here. So you got this nice belly right here. But yeah, this is the beefster. This is the real Beefington right here. So moving on from the knight himself, we do have some extra stuff here for you, and we're gonna start with his weapon, which is the Swiss cheese army knife. So I came up with this. I just kind of looked up a lot of like cheese cutting and crafting tools that people use, and I just kind of slammed them all together into a little Swiss army knife. And I think just having some nice strong stats across the board. He's got +4, +4, +4 with a 4% poison. I think something like that is real good here. And I like the general look of the weapon, some cheese stains on it, that kind of thing. And it's definitely pretty different compared to most weapons, where like they're usually just kind of like this one unified thing, and this one's just kind of a crazy smorgasbord of shit. And I like the cheese sauce on it. I think that really puts it all together nice. But yeah, I wanted to make a strong, fun weapon for him to really complete his design by giving him a nice signature weapon. And alongside that little weapon we got there, I also came up with a pet. And this one's not super complex in terms of what it does, but I think the design I quite like. It's quite inspired, I think. This is the cheese wheel of fortune. So inspired by the little tarot card or the wheel of fortune and a cheese wheel, we have this handsome little devil right here. So in terms of design, I just kind of wanted to have a little freak um, to match this guy. You know, got the same eye, same kind of color scheme and vibe. So they're cut from the same cloth. Just he's a knight, and this is a wheel of cheese that's come alive with a little floating slice head. And in terms of what it does, this one I kept real simple. It's going to function pretty much exactly the same as Monkey Face, where it's just a kind of luck boost to item drops. And considering the Wheel of Fortune is kind of that representation of luck from my limited tarot understanding, I thought that'd be perfect. Like you could even just have him as a reskin of the Animal Orb, and he does the exact same thing Monkey Face does, but instead of a silly monkey, you get a silly piece of cheese to increase your odds of victory. And yeah, I think this in tandem with this guy is a nice little combo here. I quite like it. It gives this real mysterious air to the duo. And I'd be intimidated if this guy ran at me with a knife. So yeah, I wanted to take my chance and make a nice weird cheese guy to give a big shout out to all those cool Behemoth streams and all the crazy people that watch them. I'm real excited for the DLC if the series didn't already tell you that. So I was pretty thrilled to get a chance to make all these crazy designs, and then I got one more coming out this year for Christmas. And then there'll be some more to come as time goes on, especially once we learn more about the DLC, like more than we already have. But this is where I think I'll wrap it up for the Grater Knight. Let me know what you guys think of him and his little pal. If there's any kind of requests, comments, any of that kind of good stuff, be sure to let me know. Leave one down there. Remember to like and subscribe. Normal YouTube stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed this Christmas Eve special. And I hope you guys will stick around for Christmas Day when we get the last character for this year shown off. And that one's going to be a doozy. So I hope you guys will stick around for that. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in before, is still tuning in, and hopefully you'll tune in more in the future. I appreciate all of it. I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you next time.